Hello and welcome here to this episode of the Toronto Maple Leafs GM mode. Now I'd just like to apologize as I forgot to record the intro part of this episode where the players come onto the ice, etc. But I do have for you the injuries and the tale of the tape, so I'll get to that now before we get into the action. Starting off with the injury report, the Maple Leafs have no injuries currently, which is good news for them as they now have a full healthy lineup, and the Red Wings are without their star player Pavel Datsyuk with an MCL sprain still until January 5th. And now onto the tale of the tape. The Leafs haven't had the greatest of starts to the year as they are sitting 26th in the league, but the Red Wings' power play has been atrocious, but they are 5 points up on the Leafs. Now just a reminder, this episode takes place in December, so Pavel Datsyuk is still out for a while. Stephen Weiss is the starting center for the Red Wings now, and we are underway here in Detroit. That pass is intercepted by Tyler Bozak, and he will skate it up and pass to Phil Kessel. Kessel cuts into the middle, takes a shot, and the rebound is put wide by James Van Riemsdyk. Either that or Jimmy Howard got a piece of it, because I'm not sure how JVR missed that one. Kessel into the zone, he gets hit. Bozak regains control of the puck. Phaneuf over to his partner Robidas, and the slap shot is easily stopped by Howard. Phaneuf cross ice to his partner Robidas, and he has to retreat out of the zone after pressure from the back checker. Now Robidas trying to get inside into the hash marks, but he gets that stolen. And now on the counterattack, Zetterberg stopping, and he will take it himself. Man offside, so he dumps it into the zone. Bernier has to bat it down, and it'll be Robidas, I lost my train of thought there, who takes it up to Kadri now. Kadri's shot, rebound, where's the puck? It's behind Howard, but he covers it up. Lupul had a great scoring chance, but was unable to put it home. Toms Tatar now with the puck. He loses that, and Franzen's slap shot just misses. Gardner trying to go cross ice, and now Darren Helm. Helm, one-on-one. He dekes around Franzen, shoots, and a great save from Jonathan Bernier. Stones the chance from Darren Helm on the one-on-one. Some chances back and forth. The Leafs have had the most possession so far. For that little stutter there. But now the third lines are out, and Riley Sheahan wants to draw back to Kyle Quincy. Now back to Quincy, and the shot is blocked in front. Cycle, then Morgan Riley steals that one. Now up to Komarov. Komarov gets hit by Riley Sheahan, and now on the counterattack. Cross ice to Danny Cleary, and Cleary is hit. And now Polak up to David Booth. Booth cutting outside, looking for a partner. He's going to shoot, and that's blocked in front. Santorelli, I believe that was, over to Riley. Now to Polak. Polak takes a shot, and that's blocked. And now back to the point again. Polak down low to Mike Santorelli. Santorelli takes a shot, and that's blocked with the blocker. And now Abdelkader dekes around one, shoots, and the rebound is unable to be put home by Riley Sheahan, the former first-round pick. 7:01 left to go here in the first period. Jonathan Bernier's had to make a couple saves here in this first, as has Jimmy Howard. The Leafs have had much more possession, but the Red Wings are making use of their chances making use of their shots, as almost every single one of their shots has been a good scoring chance. Fourth line out for the Red Wings. Danny DeKeyser is a forward in this game, lining up on the right wing on this fourth line. Clarkson with the puck. He passes that one up to Joffrey Lupul, who dumps it down into the zone, and that's almost fumbled with by Jimmy Howard. Hit him in the chest and went straight down, and Lupul almost got there before Howard realized it, and he was able to cover up and throw it out. Detroit into the zone, poked away by Phaneuf, and now Lupul fakes the dump in, and now trying to go over the middle to Clarkson, and that was intercepted. A nice hit there from Phaneuf, and now Clarkson is hit hard by Brendan Smith. Now on the counterattack, Drew Miller into the zone. Looking for an outlet. He's going to take it, and that's intercepted by Lupul, and now on the counterattack. Lupul over to Phil Kessel. Kessel looking for the pass. He's going to take it behind the net. Trying to cut back in front, and the backhander is stopped by Howard. Johan Franzen with the puck. He passes that, and now he gets it back. Franzen back to the point to Cromwell. That's blocked by Robidas. Now Robidas up to Lupul. with 30 seconds left in the period. Lupul taking it wide, looking to go into the middle. The pass in front, and Kessel's unable to get a shot away. And that will be covered up by Howard with 7.6 seconds left in the first period. A nice chance there, and that was a nice hit from Brendan Smith on David Clarkson. I was surprised Clarkson didn't get up and try to fight, but I'd imagine that Clarkson will remember number 2 on the Red Wings and try to get some revenge later tonight. That wouldn't surprise me with Clarkson being who he is. Draw won by the Leafs, and Stefan Robita's slap shot is easily stopped in there, and now, not the rebound, excuse me, the chance from Dion Phaneuf is stopped, and with 0.0 seconds left, I guess the refs are going to call for another face-off. Not sure the point of this one, but Phaneuf's slapper from the point with 2 seconds left goes straight into the glove of Jimmy Howard. He didn't really have to move at all. So the Leafs send out their 4th line just to get their legs moving. They haven't had a full shift tonight so far. And that is the end of the first period. We will go into the second period scoreless, as both goaltenders have been good. Some good chances for both teams, but nobody able to put it in the back of the net yet. Hello and welcome back here to the second period of play. It is currently a scoreless game with both goaltenders playing well so far. Both first lines are out and set. Stephen Weiss and Bozak are set to take the draw, and Stephen Weiss wins the draw again. Weiss into the zone, and he gets that puck stolen. And now on the counterattack, James Van Riemsdyk taking it up the ice. He dekes out right. Van Riemsdyk trying to cut to the net, and he is hit, but he regains control of the puck. Van Riemsdyk taking it to the point. He unloads that right to Phaneuf. Phaneuf takes the snapshot, and that's stopped by Jimmy Howard. Now Johan Franzen on the counterattack. He gets that one poked away by Van Riemsdyk, and now Van Riemsdyk gets the pass right back. Trying to go into the center to his centerman, but that was picked off. Maybe offside there, but a nice play to keep it onside. And Stephen Weiss was unable to put that one in the back of the net. Dumped down the ice, and a change coming for the Leafs, I suspect. Second line coming on. Zetterberg taking that one himself, looking for an outlet. No, he gets that stolen back to the point. Nicholas Kronwall down low to Zetterberg, back to Kronwall. Kronwall in front, and that's a nice glove save from Jonathan Bernier, and he will just cover up with Stephen Weiss looking to put that one in if he threw it out. Robitaille having some words with Weiss about standing in front of the net. I'm not surprised, that's his job. Some nice chances there from the Red Wings, but unable to put that one past Jonathan Bernier. The Leafs need to get better defensively and start taking chances, as they aren't shooting enough, I don't think. They need to take some more shots and get more pucks on Jimmy Howard, as the shots that they've gotten through, some of them have been bobbled. And that is always a recipe for disaster if you're a goaltender. But now the 4th line is out for the Leafs, and that's out of the zone and dumped down the ice by the Red Wings. Riley stops and passes that one up quick to Peter Holland. Holland deking out, and he shoots, and that's blocked, I believe, tipped wide. Abdelkader up to Kyle Quincy, now up to Riley Sheahan. Sheahan looking to beat the defenders. He passes that off to Danny Cleary, the veteran, and he gets that stolen. Riley up to Polak. Roman Polak up to Joffrey Lupul, who cuts out right. He takes a shot, and the rebound. Kadri's unable to get his stick on it. If he was able to get a clean shot away, that would have easily gone in the back of the net. 90 minutes to go here, and now a beautiful check from Morgan Riley, laying the hip on Gustav Nyquist. And now a shot, and that one trickles in the back of the net. David Clarkson takes a shot, and what was I just saying? Get some shots on goal. Jimmy Howard looks a bit shaky. And just like that, the Leafs are in front. David Clarkson from Joffrey Lupul. Just a simple shot, and Jimmy Howard was unable to deal with it properly. Fell in behind him and trickled in. His defenseman, Brendan Smith, was unable to get to that one. And I guess a bit of retribution there from David Clarkson scoring while Brendan Smith is on the ice. I'm not sure if Nazem Kadri got a tip on that. I hope he didn't, because that would have been pointless for him, as that went in the net anyways for David Clarkson. But I believe it'll be credited to David Clarkson nonetheless, and it is a 1-0 game for Toronto. A big hit there, and the puck goes behind the net. In front of Drew Miller, and a nice save by Jonathan Bernier on a point-blank opportunity for Drew Miller. And now Mike Santorelli taking it into the Detroit zone. Cutting out in front, and that one is unable to be put in the back of the net. And that's now stolen. A great play from David Booth, and now on the counterattack. Booth cutting in front, and he's unable to put that one between the wickets. He was looking to go 5-hole on Jimmy Howard. Drew Miller wide to Johan Franzen, who dumps that one around the ice. Around the boards, excuse me. And now that's stolen by Gardner. And now Franzen up to Leo. Uncle Leo dumps it into the corner. Looking for Mike Santorelli, and there's a penalty on the play. The Toronto Maple Leafs will get a power play as Johan Franzen, the Mule, will go off 2 minutes for interference. And it looked like he was just trying to get back on Cody Franzen for something or other. You don't see Johan Franzen take bad penalties like that too often. An undisciplined play from the veteran sets up the Leafs with an opportunity to get that insurance marker. Draws one by Detroit and dumped down the ice. Cody Franzen giving chase. He whacks that one around to Kessel, and Kessel's able to steal it from the Detroit Red Wing. And now 2-on-1. Kessel dekes into the middle, looking backhand, and that's stopped by Howard. And now Darren Helm dumps it down the ice and around. Picked up by Dion Phaneuf, and Phaneuf dekes into the middle. He finds Kessel. Kessel stops along the boards, looking for an LA. He circles around to the point. He passes that one down low, to Phaneuf, and now Van Riemsdyk back to the point. A tip in front, and that was a nice save from Jimmy Howard to adjust his position as that was tipped at around the hash marks. A nice play from Jimmy Howard. Franzen with 30 seconds left in this power play for the Leafs. Kessel looking for an outlet, and Bernier will have to cover it up after it's stolen. And now it's thrown out back to the point. Stephen Weiss is unable to put that one in the back of the net, and the rebound is stopped by Bernier as well. And the third chance for Stephen Weiss eventually goes in the back of the net. 3 short-handed shots on one shift for Stephen Weiss. You cannot let that happen. The Leafs' power play was atrocious defensively once it went in their own zone. And Jonathan Bernier, after bailing them out 2 times previously, is unable to stop the third chance as he tries lying down, take away the bottom of the net. And as he's in the process of doing so, it ends up going underneath him. Stephen Weiss's first of the night from Jakob Kindl and Justin Abdelkader, makes this a tie game. Franzen coming out of the box. He not jukes, that's football. Dekes right, and he gets the puck stolen away. Franzen taking it into the zone. He's got a one-on-one with the keeper, but he shoots prematurely with the pressure incoming. And that is now the end of the second period. Going into this period, it was a scoreless tie. Now going into the third, it is a 1-1 tie. A fluky goal from David Clarkson made it a 1-0 game, but Stephen Weiss was able to put the tying goal in the back of the net shorthanded just before the end of the second. So we'll see you back here for the third. Hello and welcome here to the third period of play. It is currently a 1-1 game with Detroit. Stephen Weiss getting the tying goal shorthanded late in the second. The first lines are out. And we are underway here in the third as Bozak wins the draw back to Robidaw. Robidaw gives that one away straight away. And now Weiss is blown up by Dion Phaneuf. He went twirling there, and that looked like a dangerous hit. And now Kessel looking for Bozak far side, but he was unable to get a tip on that. Franzen gets that poked away, and now Dion Phaneuf on the counterattack. Up to Tyler Bozak. Bozak in the corner. Goes back to Van Riemsdyk, and Van Riemsdyk gets that stolen. Zetterberg with the puck. Now taking it into the Toronto zone. Unloads it to the... that was Weiss, who was now without a helmet due to that Phaneuf hit. And that is now iced. And Joni Pikkinen back to get the icing. So Toronto will be unable to make a change. But the Red Wings will, so a good opportunity here as the first line has been out for quite some time now. We're almost 5 minutes into the third. as the second line is out. And a nice draw win from Tyler Bozak, and now dumped into the corner as the Leafs are looking to make a change. Around the boards to Gustav Nyquist, and now to Kyle Quincy. Quincy up to Thomas Tatar. Tatar into Helm, and that passes off the mark as it goes into the middle now. And Tatar with his second chance effort is stopped by Jonathan Bernier. Now some words being said in front from Phaneuf to Helm and vice versa. Don't read lips, kids. But a nice chance there from the Red Wings as Tatar, his pass was off the mark but was able to get it back, and a nice chance there from the slot. Van Riemsdyk nearing in on 20 minutes already today. And that draw is won by Kadri, but taken by the Red Wings, and now that is swatted around the boards. Back to the point, Brendan Smith. He takes a slap shot, and that's a nice glove save, and that's thrown out dangerously and out of the zone. I'm not sure if that was a great move by Bernier to throw that one out there. Abdelkader coming into the zone. In front, and that's picked off by Franzen, and now on the counterattack. David Clarkson coming into the zone. Gets around Smith, takes a short side shot, and that's a nice save from Jimmy Howard. A nice reaction save. Abdelkader, he's able to get that one down the ice, and Bernier came out of his net to play it and missed it in front, and that passes off the mark. Kadri, he's able to dump it down the ice, and that is out of play. It was put over the glass in the neutral zone, so it is not a delay of game penalty. 8:38 left to play here in the third. Clarkson had a nice short side chance there, cutting into the middle, but that was a nice blocker save from Jimmy Howard. Third line out for the Leafs for this neutral zone face-off. Second line out for the Red Wings. And Mike Santorelli loses the draw to Darren Helm. Back to the point, and now back to Darren Helm. Out wide to Nyquist. Back in, and that's in the back of the net. Darren Helm is able to score on the feed from Gustav Nyquist. And just like that, the Red Wings have scored 2 unanswered goals and now hold a 2-1 lead with just over 8 minutes to play. The pass was a bit behind Darren Helm, but that was good as he was able to get it away from the 2 defenders, Riley and Pollock, and use Pollock as a screen. A nice play there from Nyquist to pick out the man in the middle. He's going to be a great player someday. Helm from Nyquist and Jonathan Eriksson makes this a 2-1 game. Tatar with the puck. He finds Kyle Quincy, his defender. He's unable to get that one down the ice as that hits Peter Holland in the chest and goes into the Toronto bench. Jimmy Howard has been phenomenal tonight. He has made big save after big save. A couple times on David Clarkson. A big tip there at the end of the first was stopped. And just now that big save on David Clarkson. He's been near perfect today, only allowing one fluky one. In the first, he was a bit shaky, allowing a few too many rebounds, but since then, he's come back strong. In his own zone comes Daniel Winnick into the Detroit zone, gets through a couple, and he is unable to find the man he was looking for on the pass cross crease. Now that's stolen, and now Peter Holland looking for the no-look pass to Richard Panik, and that's intercepted. Franzen out to Zetterberg. Zetterberg with a nice deke, but that's intercepted by Morgan Riley now on the counterattack. Daniel Winnick slaps that one down the ice. And now Zetterberg to Stephen Weiss to Franzen. Back to Zetterberg. Back to Weiss. Back to Franzen. Back down low to Weiss. A nice bit of passing from the Red Wings offense, but we're unable to get that one past Bernier. Riley around the boards to Robidaw. To JVR. To Kessel. Now to Bozak. Bozak looking out wide, and he's going to go around the net. No, he's stopped and is able to kick it around to Kessel. Kessel gets that one stolen. Now Darren Helm up to Thomas Tatar. Now to Gustav Nyquist. Nyquist circles to Tatar, and that is blocked in front. And now trying to crash the net was the Red Wing. And now on the counterattack with less than a minute to go. Bozak over to Kessel, unable to get a shot away. In front, and it's in the back of the net. James Van Riemsdyk scores from the slot, and it is a 2-2 game with 44.2 seconds left here in the third. A bad bit of defense leads to a James Van Riemsdyk goal. down low, in front, and past Jimmy Howard for the tying goal. James Van Riemsdyk from Phil Kessel and Tyler Bozak makes this a 2-2 game. And I would be certainly surprised if we were not headed to overtime. Van Riemsdyk's first of the night from Kessel and Bozak makes this a 2-2 game. I know we've said that a couple times before, but JVR with a huge goal late in this one. 39.4 seconds left as Johan Franzen enters the zone offside. But wow, Nicholas Kronwall has been able to lay the boom today. A few big hits on a few key players from the Leafs, especially this one a couple times on Van Riemsdyk. He's definitely a force on the Red Wing blue line. But now second line out for the Leafs. Kadri is unable to win the draw. Back to Kronwall, and he's able to dump that one down the ice into the corner. Franzen behind the net. He's able to unload that one to Gardner. Now up to Kadri. Kadri is hit by Kronwall, and now with just over 20 seconds to go, Weiss enters the zone. Deeks in, looking wide, and his pass is unable to connect with Zetterberg. Down low, that's picked off by Franzen, and now Kadri. Just over 10 seconds to go. Kadri cuts out. He's got space, takes the shot, and a wonderful short side stop by Jimmy Howard. 5 seconds left, and oh, what a bit of play as Clarkson had a chance to put that one behind Jimmy Howard, but was unable to get a stick on it. What an opportunity there. But Kadri, a nice short side opportunity, just couldn't get it up high enough, as that was a nice blocker save. 0.4 seconds left. I'd imagine that this would just be the end of regulation. And yes, it is. We're headed to overtime. Van Riemsdyk's late heroics sends this one to overtime. It means that the Leafs at least get a point, something that they've been unable to do way too many times so far this year.
And 15 for the Red Wings. Van Riemsdyk's goal is the one that sends us into overtime. We're headed there, and we'll be there right after this.
Hello and welcome back. We're just about set to get overtime underway. 4-on-4 action for 5 minutes. Will somebody be able to get the tiebreaker? The Leafs so far in overtime are 0-2, and the Red Wings, this is their first overtime game this year. Gardner, a bit of a fancy move at the blue line, between the legs pass to Bozak, and the backhand of the rebound. Kessel is unable to put in the back of the net as he's unable to get a shot away. Just over 3 minutes to play here in overtime. Zetterberg over to Weiss. Weiss, nice defense from Gardner, but the shot on goal is stopped by Bernier. Back to the point is Pickenen. Zetterberg down low. Back to the point, and the point shot rips itself wide. In front, and the tip from Weiss is unable to get on net. Kronwall, Weiss, Pickenen, Zetterberg. Back to Weiss, the slap shot is blocked. Now back to Pickenen. Down low to Zetterberg. The cross-ice pass is deflected. And now back to the point. Kronwall, Zetterberg, Pickenen, Weiss. Back to Pickenen. Cross-ice to Kronwall. The shot is a nice save from Bernier. And he will cover up 129 to work with now. What a bit of play from the Red Wings. They're just passing it all over the Leafs. Bernier having to make a couple nice saves. Weiss put a couple ones wide. Zetterberg put one wide. That shot should have gone in the back. And then now, was that one put wide? Or was that a save? Oh, what a save from Bernier getting over there to rob Stephen Weiss. I thought that it was actually put wide. The Red Wings have gone to quite a few overtime games, They just haven't ended any of them in overtime. They are 1-6 in shootout, and that's a nice chance, and it's in the back of the net. Darren Helm ends it. And I guess I jinxed it. I was talking about the Red Wings not finishing a game in overtime yet this year. The first save was made by Bernier, but the rebound went straight back to Darren Helm, who was able to put it past Bernier. Some bad defense from the Leafs, and excuse me, I just whacked my mic. But I'd like to thank you for watching. This was a great game to watch. The Leafs were just unable to come out on top. At least we got a point, but we got to get out of this slump. we have just not been very good so far this year and need to get out of the slump before we miss the playoffs. But I'd like to thank you for watching and have a nice day. Goodbye.